With us now, the host of You Better You Bet. He is an Odyssey Sports wagering insider, Nick Kostos. Insider Calls presented by BetMGM. Check out all of the latest lines right now on the BetMGM app. Hello, Nick.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
You're in that area.
I am. Very close to it.
Have you seen them?
I have not, but
Okay.
in football season, I am like in Shawshank. I don't really leave my basement. But yeah, they're apparently close by. I live in my own bubble. So I don't pay attention to any of this stuff. I acknowledge that it's happening, but I can't do anything to stop it. So I just go on living my life. So I'm an ostrich. My head's in the sand.
Any neighbors in the cul-de-sac that have told you about it, or any eyewitness accounts that you've experienced?
I think the assumption that you're making is that I talk to my neighbors.
I see. Okay, you're that person.
Which I do not do. So I mean, yeah, it's like the thing is, all the people that I talk to generally is either like my family or people that love sports, and we just talk about sports, or like my daughter. Those are the two topics of conversation. So yes, like there are drones, and maybe they're aliens, maybe they're not. I have no idea. I think I would prefer like China or Russia to alien.
Oh wow, really?
Well, because alien is the unknown. Like you kind of like know what you're getting into with humans. Alien is if we're fighting Russia or China, we have home field advantage here in the United States. If the aliens are here, like we're playing a road game, even if we're on Earth. And I like to play home games.
Okay.
I don't want to play road games.
But aliens, they could be coming in peace. Like they could be
Yes, they could also be coming to. You ever see Independence Day? They also could be coming to vaporize us. Do you want to take that risk?
No, I don't want that. I don't want to be vaporized.
I also do not want to be vaporized.
I do not.
Well, you ever read Childhood's Ends? I mean, there's some whacked out stuff out there, man.
Yeah. Signs is the most terrifying alien film, I think.
Yeah, but they're so skinny.
They're weak and they're weak to water.
I understand. There's always something that they're breaking.
You guys like horror movies, huh?
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I don't
love
either.
them.
I
do. I love them.
I watch the Patriots. That's enough horror movies for me now.
So, dude, shut up, dude. Shut up, man. I'm so sick of you spoiled Boston sports fans. The Patriot horror movie. Oh, what? You mean like the amazing, like the best movies of all times that you had for 20 years weren't enough? All the Super Bowls weren't enough? I mean, God.
Oh, my God.
You guys are sickening. Like, I'm being serious. Like, it's actually, it's horrible. It's horrible. You guys need to be more grateful.
Wow. Believe me, I am deeply grateful to Tom. I will pray to Tom Brady the rest of my life. I would just say, a Yankee fan, that's rich. Like, you make the playoffs every year and you want to fire the manager, and you're ripping me because the Patriots are the least talented team in the NFL, and I don't like watching them. It's
different. We're the Yankees, and we're the greatest franchise in the history of professional sports.
Okay,
so it is different. I noticed that you didn't mention Belichick there. Only Brady.
Well, I mean, one person left, it all changed.
That's the stupidest sports take, and we are so many stupid sports take. The dumbest one is, well, the only reason Belichick won is because Brady was there, as if he wasn't already the greatest defensive coordinator ever when he went to New England.
Defensive mind.
Like the stupidest thing of all time. Oh yeah, you're right. Brady was lighting up the world when they won the first Super Bowl in 2001. Like what an offense they had.
They were. I don't know if you know the history of it, Nick. They were 5-13, and he was going to get fired for his second job.
He was not going to after what 2 seasons. He was going to get fired in New England.
Yeah. Please. I was at the game with his kids, 0-1 against the Chargers. They were down 10 in the fourth quarter until Tom saved his gig. Please. Touchdown pass to Jermaine Wiggins.
Stop. The fact that people don't want to credit Belichick at all is disgusting to me. You are thumbing your nose and you are spitting in the face of history.
Well,
it's a loser take.
You're a Giants fan, and that's what you connected to this team, so you're really butthurt about it because he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants being the DC down there.
It has nothing to do with the Giants. He's objectively.
Why is he not coaching in the NFL?
Is he the greatest coach ever? Because people are stupid.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
people
everybody's
are dumb
except you.
But I'm not saying that. But let me ask you something, Curtis.
Well,
Because everyone, hold on. Because everyone wants to assume. Because everyone wants to assume that people in power are smart.
No,
do you think all the people that you've worked with? Do you think they're all smart?
No, but I would say if
you think Arthur Blank smart, Terry Fontenot smart, the Atlanta Falcons
available to be signed, he would be signed.
You think like the Atlanta Falcons were smart? Like they voted Belichick off the island, hired Raheem Morris, gave Kirk Cousins $100 million, then drafted a quarterback 8th overall. Now they're 6-7. Smart organization. You think they should have hired Bill? Well, what do you think they should have done?
I think that they won 6
Wow, the
games
Chicago
so far.
Bears decided to keep Matt Eberflus instead of firing him and hiring Bill Belichick. Was that the right move?
I don't know.
We can go down the list here, buddy.
So why?
Like, you want to
does he
tell
have a
me
job,
Tom's
Nick?
more important than Bill? I'm with you. Brady's more important. I'm not going to argue that.
Greg
But to
disagrees
diminish,
with that,
but to diminish Bill to this degree is disgusting.
Well, Nick,
you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed as a Patriots fan.
You should be embarrassed that you're screaming at the top of your lungs.
Apple. You should have been on the Apple that disgusting Apple documentary. It's basically like, there's like Al Jazeera here to diminish Bill Belichick. Disgusting. It's gross.
So why doesn't he have a job, Nick? Just answer that question simply.
I think the reason why Belichick doesn't have a job is because these owners and general managers don't want to cede complete power to Bill. I think that's the easy answer.
So why doesn't he cede complete power? Why doesn't he just coach?
Well, I think that they probably think that Bill there casts too big of a shadow over what they're going to do, and people would rather lose comfortably than win in a difficult fashion.
But you could also make the argument that Bill wouldn't want to win uncomfortably in the NFL, so he's going to college so he can control everything. Correct?
Well, I think he wants to control everything. I think that's probably
right.
true.
And don't you think that Bill is a great coach, but when he's controlling everything, it's not quite as successful?
I do think that towards the end, I think it is very fair to say that Bill, the GM, let down Bill, the head coach. I think that is fair to say. Not for his entire tenure, though, but towards the end, that certainly did happen.
Right.
Well, I'm talking about Bill, the head coach.
I don't know who he was.
The owners want the credit. It happened here, Nick. You're so right.
I mean, and
they want the credit for everything.
It's human nature, right? You want the credit for things. There's an Apple documentary where Robert Kraft is trying to claim all the credit for the Patriots. Stop it. Let's stop it.
Wait. Was it Robert Kraft who said he could win with any top 15 quarterback? Who said that again?
Who did say that?
Bill Belichick in Ian O'Connor's book.
Well, I mean, he did win with Phil Simms and Jeff Hostetler.
That's the defensive coordinator. It's not the head coach. The defense rests.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Out of in the history of the NFL playoffs, how many of the top 5 or 10 defensive game plans would you say were authored by Bill Belichick?
Oh, I would say most of them. Brilliant defensive game. The game plan he had in the first half against the Chiefs in 2018 was nothing short of spectacular.
But a bad head coach?
No.
Yeah, without the quarterback, he's not as good of a head coach. Correct.
Is Bill Belichick a bad coach? Yes or no? Without Tom?
Oh no, he's one of the great coaches in NFL history. Of course.
All right, we got to get quick.
I love how it circled back to no. Actually, he's the best.
Speaking of the Patriots, are you staying away from this one this weekend? Or?
No, okay. We're in it, man. Okay. We're deep in it. Yeah, love the Patriots. Told Wiggy this yesterday. But thanks to Wiggy for coming on my show yesterday. It was awesome.
I didn't know he was on yesterday.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. We had some good times.
Yeah, it was a good time. Parlay Playboy gave us like a 13-leg money line parlay. It was awesome. It's a true. I'm not making that up. It's true. Point spread, I think, is a little out of whack here. This was 6.5 earlier in the week. We bet it. We talked about it on the show on Monday. On my show, You Better You Bet. 6, I still think is a bet. Arizona's defense, kind of like low-key falling apart. I'm bullish on Drake May and this Patriots offense. So +6 is a bet for me. 5.5 would not be. 6 is a bet for me. I like the over in the game also, over 46. I think this will get bet up as we approach kickoff. And just one thing that I'm watching for in this game, post-bye rookie bumps is a thing that we talk about with a lot of players, right? Especially guys drafted in early rounds. You're looking for rookies to play better coming out of the bye. I wonder if we start to see better play from Jalen Polk in this game now, moving forward the rest of the season, the final couple games coming out of the bye week. I'm not guaranteeing it, but they took him in the second round. He was awesome at Washington. He's really talented. If he could just put it together, I think the Patriots have something in Polk. I'll be watching him closely in this game.
Yeah, Kostos, for me, the game of the year so far is going to be Bills-Lions. Where do you stand right now? Is it just a Lions are at home, so I guess you take the Lions type of deal, or kind of where are you at with this game? Seeing as it's also the highest total we've had all season.
Yeah, so it's not one of my favorite bets, but I'm going to bet it because it's the biggest game of the week. I'll take Detroit to win the game. I think the point spread's fair. Lions favored by less than 3. If Detroit had their full complement of defensive players, you can make a strong case the spread should be bigger than this. But this is basically intimates the two teams right now are equals, with Detroit as a 2.5-point home favorite. And if the two teams are equals, I think that Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson will coach Sean McDermott under the bus here, while acknowledging that Josh Allen's the best player on the field. He is. He's better than Goff. Not an insult to Goff. Compliment to Allen. I don't trust McDermott in the big spots. I do trust Dan Campbell in the big spot. I'll take the Lions to win the game.
Nick, here's another good one, 425. I think I had picked the Steelers. There is a lot of dysfunction going on in Philly right now between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. They're not on the same page. where would you lead me in this game?
Well, you, the Parlay Playboy yesterday said he liked the Pittsburgh Steelers to win. I would discourage the Parlay Playboy from making that pick.
Oh, boy.
We'll see if George Pickens is going to play this weekend. I don't think the Steelers can get away with this if he doesn't play against this Eagles defense. And look, like the Hurts A.J. Brown drama, it's definitely real. Like, Brandon Graham said basically that they're not friends anymore and then tried to walk it back. Like, they're probably not friends anymore. But look, I mean, any successful operation. Look, do you think I like all the people I work with? I hate some of them. And I got something better to say. I think a lot of them probably hate me. But you know what? Like, you show up and you be a professional and you try and win. Like, who cares about personal feelings? Eagles are better than the Steelers. I like the Eagles in the game.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else? Shime, you got one more?
Yeah, I got one more for you here. I have taken every opportunity I can to bet against Aaron Rodgers. However, I find myself in a conundrum because I also like
Did you
to bet against...
write this out in advance?
No.
However, I find myself in a conundrum. You sure you didn't? Is that the first time you've said that this week or no?
Yeah, the first time I've said that this week. Yes, because I also like to bet against Mac Jones. How should I approach this Jets Jaguars game as someone like yourself who bets on basically everything?
You know what? This is Bill's revenge here against the team that he resigned of the HC as a day after being named the HC with the quarterback that he drafted unsuccessfully. And I will say in the first round a couple of years ago, Jets shouldn't be 3.5-point favorites on the road against anybody. Jaguars plus 3.5 with Mac Jones as the quarterback. Jaguars plus 3.5.
I have a long shot very quickly, Kostos. So I saw it this week. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know if it was BetMGM, but Mahomes is 36-1 to win the MVP. I feel like if somehow they go 4-0 down the stretch and he finally throws a bunch of touchdowns, that's a pretty good, put down $20. That's a pretty big windfall.
So I think it's a really interesting thought. We talk about it a lot on the show. Curtis, I think his problem is this year, there's a couple things. So, like, they could go 16-1. I think in which case, like, Andy Reid could be a late charger for Coach of the Year. Maybe Chris Jones would win Defensive Player of the Year. Mahomes is so far behind statistically right now. And you kind of get the feel, you kind of have to read the tea leaves a little bit, right? And I would encourage you guys or the listeners to kind of, like, ask yourself this question as well. Doesn't it feel like this year, despite the gaudy one-loss record for the Kansas City Chiefs, that this is like the Jesse Pinkman thing from Breaking Bad? Like, they can't keep getting away with this. Like, no one actually thinks the Chiefs are good. Everyone thinks the Chiefs are getting lucky. And Mahomes isn't getting the credit this year. So it's something, Curtis, I've thought about. Like, should I bet Mahomes at this big price? I think he's so far behind right now. I think only three guys can win. Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, and Lamar Jackson. Right. And there's a path for all three of them. I don't think Mahomes can get there because I think he's too far behind right now.
Nick, as always, a pleasure. Yeah. You dismantled Curtis, and a lot of people are very happy about that.
Happy about
Undressed him before our very eyes.
Well, the thing that I don't understand is that Curtis ended the whole thing by saying, yeah, like, you're right, he's awesome.
It's pretty simple.
It's called getting red.
At the end of his career, he thought it was him, and it was Tom. He didn't accept that. He won a power struggle, and then the team fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
But you said you basically said he gets like no credit for the Super Bowls that they won.
Well, he's never won anything. He's won a single playoff game without Tom Brady. That's a fact.
He barely coached without Tom as a head coach.
He had 5 seasons in Cleveland, and he had 5 seasons here. 10 seasons.
There was that one season when he went 11-5 with Matt Castle.
Right, they had 7 wins fewer than the year before, Greg. Did you know that?
Yes.
I mean, well, yeah. I wonder why they won 7 fewer games the year before. Maybe it's because they didn't have Tom Brady.
Well, right. So they had Peyton Manning went out and Curtis Painter went in, and they sucked. And everybody's like, wow, Peyton Manning's so important. That was a 4-game switch. When Brady got hurt, it was a 7-game switch.
Are you, Curtis? Listen, man. I think your sports takes are stupid, but you're not stupid. You're clearly a smart guy. There's no way you believe that.
Oh, I believe it was every fiber of my being.
You can't. No, you don't.
Of course I do.
So I'm done.
Nick, listen, last time I'll talk to you before the holidays because I'm
Are
off,
you
so.
Really?
Well, I'm working till Wednesday, but they forced me to take time off here.
Is this part of that new contract you got, buddy?
I mean, we have flex time. You're an Odyssey employee. You can take as many days as you want.
Not this time of year, I can't. Not this time of year, I can't.
But happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We love having you on the show. These guys will talk to you next week, and then I'll talk to you in the new year. All right?
I got to get back. Greg, I need your agent's number, please. Minimal Sweats, Winning Bets, the absolute very best of luck. Greg, I love you. Merry Christmas, buddy.